Hey friends, welcome to Tori Talks TV. Today we will be reviewing This Is Us Season 4, Episode 3, which is called Unhinged. Not a very eventful episode, but it's worth talking about.
Yes.
All
I
right,
agree.
so let's start with present day Pearsons.
Okay.
Specifically, let's talk about Nikki first, because, Nikki needs to get it together. Okay, that's
Yes.
enough of being, like, bitter and, rebellious.
Yeah.
He is finally seeing a doctor at the
Mhm.
Veterans Affairs office, and at first he seemed reluctant, and then he started getting into it, and I really liked that he was, like, opening up finally.
Mhm.
But then that doctor's like, I'm gonna be transferred,
I
so...
felt so bad for Nikki in that moment
know.
because you actually got to see him like laugh and smile, which we had never, I don't think, seen. Even as Nikki as a little kid was never.
Yeah, very
He
joyous.
was just kind of like sad all the time because obviously their dad was like not a nice dad.
Terrible.
So
Yeah.
we never saw that, and then we got to see it, and then
And then they took it away.
right away.
Poor Nikki, you're
I
right.
know.
But it explained why
Mhm.
he went and got drunk and threw the chair through the window
Yes.
at that veteran
Mhm.
support group. So then there's Cassidy.
I
That's-
loved how they tied that all together. That was right. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
They're so good at
Yes, they
doing that.
are.
So speaking of Cassidy,
Mhm.
Kevin and Cassidy finally meet.
Yes.
We knew that was going to happen,
Mhm.
but it wasn't what I expected because
No.
she was like not warm at all. She was
Nope.
like, that's kind of weird that a 40-year-old man is playing with my 9-year-old son. He's like, okay, first of all, I'm not 40, 39. There's a big difference. And she's like, yeah, but he's still 9. So I just didn't, I know she's going through a lot, so it's
Yeah.
probably making her a little more angsty.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he seemed very like, hey, how you doing? And then she just kind of,
Yeah.
but maybe he needs that. Maybe he needs to be humbled a little bit. So
yeah, definitely.
I kind of liked it. And then
Yes.
that always sets up for a really good love story. They hate each
Mhm.
other at 1st and
Mhm.
then,
They don't see eye to eye. They come from totally different worlds.
Yeah.
Like, his problems seem like nothing compared to her problems.
Right.
But everybody's problems are important,
It's all relative.
right?
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah, I get it
Yeah.
too. No, and I didn't mind that she was like that. I just didn't
Yeah.
expect that. But,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's cool to see the three of them get together. I mean,
Mhm.
we have to talk about when they go to AA.
That was such a good scene. I loved it.
That was a
I loved it.
fun scene.
Mhm.
It's fun because, again, it kind of lightened things. So
Mhm.
Kevin is just, woe is me.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
his AA group, and he's like, oh, it's gonna happen to me when I'm a washed up old actor
Yeah.
doing
I
ARP.
turned down a $1 million movie deal.
Blah, blah,
Ah,
blah.
well,
I know.
boo-hoo. She's like,
Lila.
I saw people get killed and get paid $1,200 for their life.
I mean,
know.
really?
I was like, she's like, huh.
So she, of course, starts cracking up. That was really funny.
Yes. Mhm.
And then Nikki starts cracking
Yes.
up. And then
Mhm.
Kevin at first is like, what the heck, guys?
Yeah.
And then he started
And
cracking
then he realizes it too, because I like how Nikki and Cassidy, they've been through like stuff
lot.
that people who haven't been through that have no idea.
True.
And then I think Kevin was just like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
I get it. And then like the whole like three of them laughing. I love that. I thought it was a really cool moment.
I
and the
like
way
that.
they did it.
It was like a bonding
Yes.
moment
Mhm.
between them. So yeah,
Yes.
cool. That sets that up for
Yes.
something
Mhm.
special.
A little threesome.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that with them.
Mhm.
Cool. And then let's talk about Toby and Kate
Yes.
because this is where Kate's like, yeah, so why are you like so much thinner? And she
Mhm.
makes him take off his shirt and she's like, okay, wow.
Yeah.
And then he confesses to her that he is doing CrossFit like we had thought.
Yes, the ropes.
Yes. And so he's looking good
Mhm.
or whatever,
He
but
was looking good.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
when she said something about his arms, I was like,
The guns?
you're right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
He looks really good.
Yeah.
So I felt really bad for Kate, though, because, I know he's doing, I don't think he did this maliciously or
Yeah.
trying to compete, but
Mhm.
she's kind of like, I don't even have the luxury, even if I wanted to go work
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
because she's taking care of baby Jack
Mhm.
all day long. And then I know Toby, he's sweet and he doesn't
Yeah.
mean to, but
Yeah.
I still don't really understand. Oh, yeah, he said he wanted to keep it secret because he didn't want her to feel bad.
Yeah, because she
Yeah.
is focusing all. I mean, I think if he like offered to stay with Jack, she would have the time to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it is a little. They're just
growing
there's-
pains, man.
Yeah.
Right? Being a
yes.
new parent.
Yeah,
I'm sure
and she like eats her stress.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. And then but his reasoning, like the whole having a heart attack at the age of 38,
oh yeah, 8.
I thought that was very, like, compelling.
We can see both sides.
I
then.
see it,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and he just didn't want her to feel guilty that she didn't want to do that. And at first I was a little mad at him, but then when he said the whole thing about
Yes.
not wanting to basically die,
then you
I
can
can't be
understand
mad
it.
anymore.
That's true. And you can even understand her grouchy neighbor who kept saying, you know, move your car or whatever. And and then they kind of have a bonding moment because he had just had a stroke. And by the way, that actor who played him did just have a stroke.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how recently, but he really is a stroke survivor.
Oh, wow.
So I know. Good for him.
I liked that little relationship that they struck up.
Now they're going on a walk
That
together.
was adorable. I thought it was so cute.
Yeah.
Now Kate has a friend to talk to.
Yeah, exactly. So that was all, you know, cute.
Yes.
And then now our other big three, Randall.
Yes.
Our guy. So this is exciting to see him as councilman.
Yes.
And it's nice to see Jaewon is still working for him. And
yes, it's nice to see Jaewon.
It's
period.
definitely nice to see Jaewon. If you know what we mean.
Yes.
So they're like besties now.
Yeah.
That's super cute.
It's really fun.
Yeah, because when we saw them before, they were kind of like at it, you know. So that's really cool. But then there's this new employee named Bernice who really needs to stay in her lane and check herself.
Yes.
Well, I think she was just trying to help, but I think she had like also some selfish reasons for...
She had kind of an attitude about it.
Oh.
She thought she knew everything.
Yeah.
And maybe if they wanted to be like business or politics as usual, she would have been just fine.
But this isn't a typical campaign or councilman.
He never was. He never has been from the beginning.
I mean, the episode is called Unhinged, partially because he literally took the door off of his office. So people, it's like an open door thing. So he like just
literally open door. I know. I love that he did that. Like, what a different way to go about like being a councilman, which Bernice did not like.
She did not like that. And then, you know, Bernice is trying to get Jaewon fired. She's like, I'm just looking out for you. You have to fire Jaewon. And gosh, when Randall went to go meet with Jaewon, I was like...
I wasn't
sure.
I was like, don't you dare. Especially after we saw him with no shirt, like sleeveless. I was like, you can't do that to me. I mean, don't do that to him.
No, I really thought, like, there's no way this is going to happen. But when he was like, I got to talk to you, I was like, you are not about to just fire Jaewon. But then he's like, no, I had to fire Bernice. So, okay, good.
And
that
then
worked out.
When Jaewon was like, I need to talk to you about my proposal, did you think it was like a business proposal? And then it wasn't?
No.
Oh, so who's
so
this
cute.
person going to be? Are we going to meet her?
A new character, perhaps?
Oh, so exciting.
Yes. So all is well over there.
Yes.
That sounds good. I'm glad Bernice is gone. She really rubbed me the wrong way. And then Randall's daughter, one of his daughters, Deja, she is told by her kind of boyfriend,
crush,
that he has a baby.
Yeah.
A little baby. And
now we learn a little bit more about what, so then we thought we were going to be like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I know. But she seems a little scared about it, maybe?
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
Right? But I love how Tess calls her. She's like, well, you know, you were a little complicated when we met. And she was.
No, she was. Yeah.
Yeah, she had baggage as well.
That's true. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I like when Tess and Deja are having like their sisterly bonding moment. And poor Tess is having trouble, you know. She thought like after she came out, like it would be easy, but I think she's still trying to adapt to being out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just like that they're bonding together.
I love it because it kind of like speaks to the whole thing where like she came out to her family, but then it's really hard for a teenage person to come out as gay because you're constantly having to come out again and again and again because the whole world, it's still like something that's not like completely accepted. You know, so yeah,
getting there,
and you never think about that as a person who like you can just be like, oh, that football player is cute, isn't he? And then she felt the need to lie, which that broke my heart.
I know. Bless her heart. Yeah. So I hope things get better for her. Yeah. We'll see. So let's now talk about past day Pearsons.
Yes. Oh.
Okay, this was great. This was really awesome. So Jack and Miguel, it shows them working together at their office job. I'm not really sure what they do. Account managers?
A construction-y, building homes type thing.
Yeah. So I guess Jack makes an oopsie. And he actually gets fired. But, you know, Miguel saves the day. Oh, love
Miguel
that.
So good.
I am so glad that they are painting a better picture of Miguel.
Yes.
Not that they ever painted a bad one, but it was almost like we were supposed to hate him in the beginning. I love him.
Yes.
He's slowly becoming one of my favorite characters.
Same.
Yeah. So that was a super cool moment when he marched into their boss's office and he's like, if you're going to fire him, who is like, worked so hard for our company and done so much for us, then I'm going to go.
Yeah.
So
good.
Miguel saved him. And it was cute when Jack tried to like call him and say thank you. And he was like, we're not mushy people, but you know, love you, bro. Yeah. And then he's like, okay, I got to go.
He's like, I love you too, Snookums.
Oh, it was so cute.
But I agree. I love Miguel.
What a great best friend he is.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then let's talk about the little big three, 7th grade big three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Randall, who is so cute, he's so excited to go to this like new gifted school
Mhm.
in 7th grade, and he's feeling real good about himself. I think when he saw his teacher was black, I think that really made him feel good.
Mhm.
And then unfortunately, he got written up for wearing the wrong shoes. He was wearing some Air Jordans.
Air Jordans.
I believe. Yeah. But he just, I felt so bad for our
Yeah.
sweet Randall. He just wants to do the right thing. So he has a panic attack.
Yes.
Tries to call home,
Mhm.
but, Kevin answers.
Yes. Because Mom and Kate are aerobicizing.
Yes. Very cute moment there.
Yes. Mhm.
And Kevin, I thought, was just going to be kind of like mean, like how he was in the last episode.
Mhm.
But he was like, I'll be right there.
It
He's
was
kind of
so
like, stay there.
cute.
Yeah.
He came through for him.
Thank goodness, because I
Yes.
really honestly was thinking he was a sociopath for a second. So he meets him there. He forges Rebecca's signature on
Mhm.
that like yellow slip that the parents have to sign.
Mhm.
And then he's like, "It's okay, man. It's
You're
okay."
good.
Yeah, that
I
was
know,
so
and helped him
sweet.
through his. It seemed like that must have been his first panic attack because he didn't know what was happening to
Can't
him.
breathe.
So he was really like he basically helped him calm down. 'Cause
Yeah.
he didn't really need to sign that then and there because it really should be overnight before you turn it back in, right?
Oh,
I hope
she
they
would
would turn
know.
it in right away
uh-oh.
because
How could that have
where'd your
happened?
mom come from?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
Yeah. I also like, speaking of the little big three, I
Mhm.
like when they kind of have their sibling check-in in
Mhm.
Randall's room. All
Yes.
three of them got together,
Yes.
and she's like, "I kissed a boy," and then they're
Yeah.
like, "Really, him?" And it was so cute.
It was really cute.
The three of them have this bond that
Yes.
is unbreakable,
Yes.
no matter what. Even if Kevin is a little, rough with Randall, they're
Yes.
still siblings.
And I especially liked it because just last episode at the pool, it was like the three of them separated.
Right.
And so I was like, oh no, but now they're back together
Yeah.
and they're confiding in one another. And yeah,
It's like, yeah,
thank goodness.
I know we needed
Yeah.
that because we're
Yeah.
like, what?
I mean, we knew they were going to eventually,
Of
but
course.
when? Because we don't flash back
Nice
always.
contrast, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Kevin actually gathers everybody to watch the Arsenio Hall show, which I
Yes.
totally watched when I was
Oh, me
younger.
too.
Yeah, so that was cute. I think
Yep.
Rebecca at first wanted to be like, go to bed. But then
Yeah.
Jack's like, yeah, no,
Mhm.
just tonight. And then they were laughing.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It tied into Kevin and Cassidy and Nikki laughing. It was just
Mhm.
really well done.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This was a good episode.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
not
was.
super big
I
events,
liked it.
but-
There's like little things too, like that foreshadow things that are gonna happen. Like well, you know when Kate got on the scale right after doing the aerobics with her mom
Yeah.
and her disappointment that like nothing. I felt so bad for
I
her in
know.
that moment. I was like,
Mhm.
it's
my
the
gosh.
show is like so like deep and layered.
They're all
which is
going
what's so
through
good.
something,
Yes.
all different.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to at least
Yes.
one or some of
Mhm.
these characters.
Yes. Just like these little moments, they do so well.
Yeah. Right? It's like,
Mhm.
less is more.
Yes.
All right, that wraps it up for our review of This Is Us, Season 4, Episode 3. We'll see you next time when we review Episode 4, Season 4. Bye!